So my name is Father Leo Itabari Mwenda. I'm a priest of the Dominican Order, Catholic priest. In Tangaza, most of my time I'm working in the administration as Deputy Vice Chancellor for Administration, Planning and Finance. But I'm also a lecturer in the School of Theology. So it's in the School of Theology and in administration where I spend my time in Tangaza. Tangaza began as a center for theology, for religious, because the initial idea of founding the institute was to begin a center where religious seminarians can study theology to take care of the many congregations that were coming around the current area in the 80s. We have three main schools. That is the School of Theology, which is the biggest, followed by the School of Education, which we train diploma and graduate degree teachers for secondary schools. And then we have the School of Arts and Social Sciences, which has several institutes under it. Institute of Youth Studies, Institute of Social Transformation, Center for Leadership and Management, and Institute of Social Communication. The NLGP program really aligns squarely with what Tangaza is meant to be, our values in preferential option for the poor, integrity and transparency, talk of justice and peace, all these kind of things. Next generation leadership program. You can see the area of concentration here is people who become leaders of the community, leaders of the society. Tangaza, our mission to prepare ethical servant leaders. And that's why we as Tangaza University, as a next generation leadership program, which itself a program founded on ethos of the Catholic Church. When we say we want to churn out servant leaders, we want to produce ethical leaders, servant leaders, we know that this is what makes the difference. The capacity to enable gifted people to acquire education cannot be overemphasized in creating capable leaders. Because you need education to have a broader view of the world, to learn how to deal with issues, to learn how to deal with human beings. So learning is important because it enables leaders. Learning enables leaders. And this is the gap NLGP is trying to fill. I am the DVC for Administration and Finance, and I deal directly with the issues of students' ability to pay tuition fee, the unpleasant task of asking students to pay. Education is expensive, particularly in this country. And we have a lot of young people, even religious men and women, who would want education, but they're not able to pay. So this scholarship program of NLGP is critical in attempting, it doesn't fill it completely, but because the need is big, but it attempts to fill the gap in its own small way, and it cannot be overemphasized the importance it plays in making it possible for us as Tangaza and other universities to provide education for those who really need it, but particularly for people who have leadership qualities that would make them useful to the society where they find themselves. I have personally been involved a few times in giving talks to scholars of Next Generation Leadership Program. And the program has, and this is the understanding I'm talking about, because when we educate, even as a Catholic institution and as Next Generation Leadership Program, we educate with intentionally. So programs like child protection, a program like executive leadership, those extra courses that Next Generation Leadership Program offers to its scholars so as to sharpen them or to equip them in a particular way, they are necessary. One of our core values as a university is preferential option a preferential option for the poor. And this value is coming directly from the compendium of Catholic social doctrine. The church has this very strongly in the social doctrine of the church, preferential option for the poor. So the poor includes the vulnerable, those who can easily be exploited or taken advantage of. And when this program, Next Generation Leadership Program, puts energy in educating leaders how to protect the vulnerable, it cannot be overemphasized how important that is and how important that is for us as a university. One of the areas of improvement, of course, would be to try and find ways of maximizing resources to improve on the number of people who can be helped. Secondly, I think after we have the program, NLGP program has paid tuition and school fees for its scholars, it's good to make a follow-up of the impact that they are making in the society and even encourage them to become contributors and players in educating more people who need their help. You can use a priest or even religious sisters to keep the program in mind, and wherever they go for ministry, they can help to champion and to campaign for those who have the resources to help the program, to help more people. Secondly, I know that the program has concentrated largely on religious men and women and priests. If we can find a possibility of increasing the sponsorship for the laity. In most cases, they seem to have greater need. And also by the very nature of the life of a lay person, when they go out, when they get the education, they have a possibility of also creating great networks, not only for the program, but for the whole church and for humanity. So the idea of increasing the sponsorship for the laity is something I would really encourage a great deal. Again, it's about resources, but it's an issue we have to deal with, in the world. Yeah. It continues in my hope that we continue the relationship with the program because there is a mutual benefit. Some of the students who are sponsored by the program are our students. We are involved in the fiscal management of the program because the money comes through our accounts and it is our personnel who are involved in there. So that's why the Vice Chancellor and the Chief of Finance Officer, they are members, they are ex-official members of the board for Next Generation Leadership Program. And the way I see it, it's mutually benefiting to the university and to the program. We host the program, we give them space. So, and we are involved. I've told you personally, I've been involved in the formation program of the scholars, and it's very interesting. So I would really hope that we'll keep the relationship going. I hope it will I believe it should get better. There's no reason why we should not continue.